And welcome everybody to Let's Play Sonic Origins Plus. This is a really kind of a cool compilation of the classic Sonic games from the early 90s. The four main ones: Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog CD, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, this is a kind of a cool compilation that came out a couple years ago, and I really like it. I think it's a definitive way to play the games, in my honest opinion. But yeah, we're going to be starting off this is a kind of an interesting compilation here. It says new content available. The museum is now content locked. New sighting. A new character has arrived on the island. Press plus to island tour mode. New content unlocked in mission. Yeah, we got it because I got the plus version of this. Yeah, this is the most complete version of Sonic Origins. This also comes with like Amy Rose as a playable character and whatnot. Basically what this is it allows you to play Sonic 1, Sonic CD, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, basically in new ways, and as well as you can play the classic mode of it. The anniversary mode is kind of a cool thing because it allows you to play in 16:9, and it has a bunch of features that weren't in the original games, like you have infinite lives, or you could use spin dashes and drop dash from Sonic Mania and onwards in these games, and it was pretty much repurposed to be a better experience of these games, as well as it adds boss rush modes to each game. But the reason why I decided I wanted to play this is because, well, I've done a couple of classic Sonic games on my channel before, namely Sonic CD and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but I never covered the first two games, Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I figured, well, we might as well go ahead and revisit it this way, because something interesting, and this is why I really think this is the most definitive way to play these games, is if you come over here after all the games, you come over here to mission mode, and it has its own story mode. Story mode is you play all four games in one continuous sitting, or in one continuous experience, and it's only separated by these cute little cutscenes. We saw the animation of the cutscenes at the beginning of this video, and yeah, that pretty much separates all the games of these cute little cutscenes, and it basically plays as one giant game. Four games turn into one giant game, and that's great for, like, you know, playing through these games normally. And I figured it'd be great for doing a let's play of the classic games that I haven't covered on this channel, as well as, you know, revisiting some that I have in the past. But yeah, I'm going to be looking at pretty much everything in this compilation at some point. But yeah, this is going to be the main beef of this, is play through the story mode. So without further ado, let's start. You can check the tutorials. It basically tells you how to play the game and use jump dash and moving around. And now we're starting Sonic the Hedgehog 1. So this is basically how the original Sonic the Hedgehog is. You just start the game off, you know, Dr. Robotnik has captured all the animals and turned them into robots and whatnot, and, you know, you just gotta go rescue them. You move around with the control stick or analog stick, or not the control stick, and the D-pad. You can move around Sonic. You can push A to jump. You can turn. You basically have to kill enemies by jumping into them. If you push down, crouch, and then push A, you could do spin dash. Now, normally in Sonic 1, you couldn't do spin dash normally because that wasn't in the original game. But in the Origins version, you do have spin dash. You can also do something called a drop dash, which was introduced in Sonic Mania, and games onwards afterwards included this. So if you jump and you hold the A button, as soon as you're in the middle of the air of your jump, you'll get a burst of speed by just dashing real quick. It's called a drop dash, and I really like that they added this addition to this game. That pickup I picked up was called a invincibility. It just makes me invincible for a little bit while the tune plays. Sonic, how he works is he has basically infinite hit points as long as he has one ring. He can take as many hits as he possibly can. So as long as he has one ring, he's fine. But as soon as he gets hit without a ring, he loses a life. Now, the version I'm playing, the Origins version, the anniversary mode of the Origins version, they don't have lives. As you can see in the corner there, it's replaced with something called coins. Coins are something that's used for a lot of things in this compilation. I just picked up a shield, which blocks one hit from an enemy, so we can, you know, be fine with just one hit and keep our rings and whatnot. There's extra, like, you know, rings up here, up at the top path. The top path is normally where you want to get, like, the good goodies in this game. If you're wanting to go up here. If you want to come up here and get up there, get a bunch of rings that way. You get a bunch of chameleons shooting at me. But yeah, that's pretty much that. There's a... Oh, Buzz Bomber's right there. Yeah, this game is really fun. This was one of my first video games I ever played in my life. When I was younger, I had a Sega Genesis. That was my first console I ever had. And this game and Sonic 2 were my first video games I ever played. I really like them. But if you get to the end of the stage, you'll be greeted with a goalpost here. Has Dr. Robotnik's face on it. If you have 50 rings by the end of the stage, a giant ring appears at the end of the stage. You want to jump into that because that'll take you to the special stage, which allows you to get a Chaos Emerald. So we want to cross the goalpost and jump into the ring here. And at the end of the stage, you get tally points with your time bonus as well as getting rings. Now, I do believe if you have like 50k points, I think you get an extra coin in this version. Normally it's a 1-up if you're playing the original. But if you jump and come into the special stage with the giant ring, you get into this like trippy like extra mode here. What you want to do is you want to kind of get to the center here, because we're about ready to collect a Chaos Emerald. There's 6 of them in total in this game. Normally there's 7, but I don't know what happened to the 7th one. But as you see, I messed up. The thing is with this version, and I really like it, is you can use your coins you accumulated to retry the special stage, which is really nice. So that's the purpose of the coins, as well as unlocking stuff in the museum mode. So that's really nice, and I like the coin. I like that the coins basically substitute lives here. Normally, and if you play the original game, it's a one and done deal. If you messed up the special stage, well, you're gonna have to try again. But the coins make it so you can retry the special stage, and that's really nice. So as you can see, got it. Got 1 Chaos Emerald out of 6. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So now we're going to Act 2 of Green Hill Zone. As well as you know, this zone is pretty iconic. It's pretty much the staple what Sonic the Hedgehog is. It was the first zone in the first game and whatnot, so it's kind of like Sonic's identity is at this point. One thing I really like in this version is the fact that it does like make Sonic 1 a lot better when you can add stuff like Spin Dash that were added in later games into this game, because like normally that I couldn't get up that ramp unless I ran up it like this. I'd have to go back and get some momentum to run up that ramp, but a Spin Dash makes it so I can just get instant speed instantaneously, essentially. So that's always nice. But yeah, I like this version of the game. I honestly think this is the definitive way to play Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 Knuckles, and Sonic CD. So it's honestly the best way to do it. I'm gonna get this coin here because now I spent a coin on the the special stage. I kind of want to replace one because coins are kind of like all. You can get as many coins, as many save files as you can get. They all are accumulated. So we want to kind of crew as many as we can. But if you die, if you like get hit with no rings, or you fall into a pit, or you know, something else happens and causes Sonic to lose a life, you have infinite lives in this version. You don't, you know, lose lives and get game overs and whatnot. I thought when this game was first revealed that the coins were going to be supplementing the lives, but no. If you die, the coins stay the same count. So you essentially can play this as long as you want to, and you won't ever get a game over, and I really like that. I'm gonna jump down here to see if I can get some more rings here, because I want to try to get 50 before the end of the stage here. Jump up here, get a shield. Okay, and then come down here. This lower path is kind of dangerous about too here, because there's a bottomless pit down here, as well as some spike traps and whatnot. We come up this way. Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of buzz bombers. Gosh darn it. But as you can see, it's fine because I didn't lose since I lost a life. It didn't subtract anything, so it doesn't matter if I lose lives or not. I really like this version. I'm not very good. As much as I love Sonic the Hedgehog and I played Sonic the Hedgehog most of my life, I am not very good at Sonic 1. I'll put it that way. That's why it took me a long time to get to this point of recording it for you guys. Sonic 1 has a bunch of really difficult stage design. I shouldn't say that because Green Hill's kind of just, you know, really easy. I made it look really hard. But later stages, it gets really kind of tough. So I really don't like, I've only beaten Sonic 1 like legit after like my teenage years. That's when I finally beat Sonic 1. As a kid, I always got stuck at the second zone. I couldn't get any further than that. So yeah, we're gonna go up here and try to get the end of the stage. We have 94 rings here, and we're gonna jump into this skull ring here. We have 2 coins so far, so hopefully we won't have to use up another one to get a retry on the special stage. If you mess up on a special stage, there's plenty of stages to try to get the Chaos Emerald again. There's only 6 in this game compared to 7 in the other games. I don't know why there's not 7 Chaos Emeralds in this version. Thing is, with this story mode that I really like is they kind of explain why there's only 6 in the cutscenes. As soon as we beat the game, you'll see it. But I'm gonna try to avoid the goal there, and we want to get down to the bottom here. The little spots that say goal, that ends the special stage, and we don't want to do that unless we get the Chaos Emerald. Well, we want to hit these square blocks. Oh my gosh, that was close. And kind of change their color. They go all the way down to purple. Once they hit purple, darn it. See, these things are really hard. I don't really like these special stages too much because it's so hard to, you know, go around here. But these balls here, the R reverses the rotation of the stage. If you hit that, it reverses the rotation on the stage here. The up, if you hit the up button, that increases the speed at which it's turning. So it's kind of weird like that. Okay, so we're gonna have to come down here, get down this way here. I'm gonna try to be careful here. These bumpers are not making it easy. Okay, get up here and kind of break these blocks here. As soon as I can. Try not to hit the goal again. Ugh, come on. Sonic! Oh my goodness. It's just a second special stage. It's really not that hard, but I'm, again, recording curse. Every time I hit the record button, I always have bad luck with platformers, it seems like. Okay. Oh, goodness. Coming on here. There we go. Oh, goodness. So we got our second Chaos Emerald. And if you get a certain number of rings during the special stage, you get something called a coin bonus, which I think we got it. Yeah. If you get a certain number of rings during the stage, you get 3 extra coins at the end of it. So that's 3 more chances at special stage here. The coins don't just are used for continues on special stages. They're used for other things like unlocking stuff in the museum, which we'll go over later. But yeah, we can use these for right now. These are really useful to help you retry special stages, which is something I really wish that the other games had in some ways, other compilations of these. Because it's really hard to go through special stages. in these games. I had to practice a bunch in Sonic CD and Sonic 3 Knuckles when I recorded those years ago to make sure I do that. Now this is Act 3 of Green Hill Zone. Now, in other Sonic games, there's only 2 acts. In Sonic 1, there's 3. There is not a goalpost in the third act of the zone. It leads to the boss. Gotta be careful here. There's the log right there with spikes. We want to avoid the spikes. But yeah, there's the third act of a zone is the boss act. So we're gonna be fighting Dr. Robotnik in this act here. Now right here, we can go up here with this platform, or if you come down here and go down this way, in the way of the original of the game, if you go down a hill and crouch, you turn into a ball and kind of roll your way through this blockade right here. You can use a spin dash in the Anniversary Edition if you're playing the newer version of this, or a drop dash too, that works as well. You don't have to keep 50 rings at the end of the stage of the third act. Like I said before, there's no gold ring or anything like that. You're fighting a boss, and that's what's at the end of the stage. But there's no gold post, no gold ring, no nothing. So we come all the way down here, we get to our first boss. This is Dr. Robotnik, and he has a giant wrecking ball. And he's gonna come over here and try to hit you with it. So what I usually do is just wait until he comes down here and kind of just, you know, trade blows with him and try to not get hit by the wrecking ball. But as you can see, this is kind of the introductory boss. This boss isn't really that hard. It's just, you know, you just gotta be careful and where you jump and whatnot. Make sure that you're, you know, you don't land on top of the wrecking ball when you jump at Dr. Robotnik. I'm gonna call him Robotnik. I might interchange his other name, Dr. Eggman, which is a name he got coined in Sonic Adventure, and that's kind of the name that stuck. But then again, in Japan, he was always called Dr. Eggman, so it's kind of hard to break old habits, I guess. But that's the end of that. So with that, we have cleared Green Hill Zone. And I think, oh, nope, I don't have enough for an extra life or extra coin. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. So in the next episode of Let's Play Sonic Origins Plus, we're going to go through Marble Zone Act 1. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.